Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy, aka your host, Onte. And I just want to thank everybody for tuning in and welcome to the Alpha Talk podcast, man. We are on episode 35, and I feel so much better, man, because if you was listening to the last podcast, then you will know that your boy got knocked down by COVID a couple of weeks ago, man. I absolutely feel way much better. I have my appetite back. Like I feel super wonderful. As you can see, I got the dreads retwisted, got the locks retwisted. I'm feeling myself out here. I'm feeling good out here, man. I feel extremely blessed, and I feel really good. And I just appreciate everybody who's tuning in on YouTube and Facebook right now. And it's your boy Onte, and we got episode 35 coming at you right now, man. And so I just want to talk about today, man, and make it real nice and sweet. But I will say, for the sensitive people out there, I will say, one of my topics today it might hit a sweet spot, okay? It might hit a sweet spot today. So I'm letting everybody know, if you are sensitive, man, today one of the topics today is gonna hit a sweet spot, and you can take it or leave it. If the shoe fits, then the shoe fits. But this is for you guys, and I provide the most positive truth messages out there, man. You know how Alpha Talk podcast goes, man, and it's absolutely wonderful, and I feel great, and I feel wonderful to be back on the mic. So for today's episode 35, we only have two topics for today, and the first topic is gonna hit a sweet spot for a lot of people out there. But hey, this needs to be talked about, and a lot of people don't like talking about it. Like I always say in my podcast, man, there's stuff that people always try to avoid or try to move away or anything like that, because people don't want to the people don't want to attack the conflict in their life. And I've been having a lot of attacking conflicts going on in my life, like understanding that I need to do this, understanding I need to do this, like all that stuff. And for the first topic that I have for today's episode is working in silence. You can say how you want. You can either say work in silence. I'm just going to say working in silence. Now, this topic is extremely self-explanatory. Like, most people will understand what I mean. And some people just probably be like, well, what do you mean, Ante, by working in silence? And well, what I mean by this is, these past few times in my life, growing up at a very young age, growing up and getting into life at a very real world life situations, and like dealing with real world situations, and not fully understanding like how life goes, because life is a puzzle. You got to be able to put the puzzle pieces in a spot to figure out like where things are gonna go, or how the picture's gonna look when you put it in a frame, stuff like that. It's the same thing with your life. Like, how are you gonna picture your life in a frame, And so one big thing that I feel like it needs to be talked about more, and one thing I feel like should be discussed in every single friend group, every parent or something like that should tell the person, their kids or anybody like this. Anybody. It don't be anybody. I even tell Clover and Hercules if I have to, So I just feel like what I mean by working in silence is, everybody that you encounter with in your life does not need to know what you're doing in your life. Like, everybody does not need to know what your goals are, what your ambitions are, like all this stuff. Like, there's a lot of people that will talk to random people that they truly don't even know. Like, either they just met them or they've been talking to them for a couple months or anything like that. Until you feel like truly comfortable with yourself, and for a fact that I have the gratitude, the mindset, the willpower, and all this to attack my goals and like my dreams or whatever it is that you were discussing. It can even be personal issues about your family members, or personal issues about you or your family, your friends, or whatever. Like, all this stuff plays into working in silence. Like, if you're shooting for your dreams and you're trying to shoot for the stars with it, and you're like working really hard, the moment that you sit there and you tell this random person who probably don't even care about what you're talking about, once you tell this person like all your goals, all your dreams and stuff like that, like, obviously once you start talking about this stuff, what's going to happen? Naturally, what's going to happen? You're going to naturally start getting happy and smiling and like feeling yourself. You're feeling yourself because your dreams and all that is what makes you happy. Your goals and your ambitions and stuff is like that, is what makes you happy and be a go-getter and actually go do stuff in life and better yourself in life. Everybody has dreams and everybody has goals, but it's really up to you to implement that stuff, implement the stuff as best as you can. And I see a lot of people and I hear a lot of people telling people, other folks that doesn't care about them or care about them, like they probably don't even care about what's going on in their own life. And I see people tell them their goals and their all this stuff. Like I used to go through that a lot. Like I used to tell people so much of my business, like every single thing of my business. Like I was saying, like you're out here telling people like every single thing, like, and it's just making you happy and it feels good. Like it makes your heart warm, you know. And then once that person that you don't even know truly comes back with a reply and they're like, ah, dang, you know, that's cool, or ah, okay, I got you, bro, that sounds dope, you know. What does that mean to you? Like, you're not looking for that reaction. You're looking more for a reaction like, hell yeah, bro, like, go, yeah, you should go do that stuff. But, like, once that person tells you, excuse me. Once that person tells you the response that they say, what's going to happen? That's going to shoot your dreams down. Like, because they don't feel the same way that you feel. So once that person gives you the reply that they're going to give you, it just completely shoots you down. Like, it makes you not even want to go do the stuff that you told them that you wanted to go do. Or it might change your ways of, like, how you wrote your goals down or how you're thinking about you're going to go and attack them. But, like, once that person feeds off that negative energy or they're not giving you that same exact energy that you feel because you have stuff that you want to do and go do it. Once they tell you that, it's not the same energy, you know. It's not the same exact like vibe that you're looking for. It's just gonna make you sad and put you down. It might even change your dreams or change the course of your life that you wanted to go, because like that happens. Like people giving off the negative energy that you don't even know. That's why it's best that you work in silence. Like don't tell nobody anything. Like let people figure out like what you got going on. Let people wonder. Let people talk their shit. Let people do what they do. Like this is life. Life is tough. People are gonna talk shit. You know, they don't even fully know you, but they're gonna talk shit because that's just how it is. People are gonna downplay you and tell you like, oh no, like once you tell somebody your favorite goal or there's just something that you just want to do so bad and you're doing it, everything's flowing. Like me with the podcast, like all this stuff is flowing for me and my gaming team, and all this stuff is just flowing, right? Everything's flowing, right? But the moment I hear someone tell me like, ah, nah, man, I don't think you should do it like that, or nah, man, I don't think like you should do it at all. What? Like 9 times out of 10, a lot of people will back out of it because like, you know, people just don't care. You know, it's best for you to keep it silent. Keep it low key, man. Keep it to yourself and ball in the mix, but behind closed doors, you know. You don't gotta tell nobody nothing. You don't gotta tell nobody how much money you're making. You don't gotta tell nobody like what's your next business business turn that you're taking. Like you don't have to tell people anything because at the end of the day, it's all up to you and it's all up to like how you're gonna do things and how you're able to handle it. Like stuff like that happens and people get very discouraged and stuff. And it sucks to see that stuff because people will literally steal and take away your dreams from you. Like if you tell somebody an idea, you don't know what that person's going to do with that idea. They might end up taking that idea and running with it and then going to start it, and they took it from you because you told them every single thing that they needed to know because they didn't even know that. You just gave them all the information that they needed to go do something that you wanted to go do. Now that hurts. That hurts. You over here talking to your best friend, are you talking to your homegirl, are you talking to your new friend, aka the friend that don't care about you, and they're over here like, oh nah bro, don't go do that, nah bro, nah, don't do that, you should go do something else. Why? Is because that person's telling you to do something else is because either one, they're too scared to go shoot for their own dreams and ambitions, so they put all that guiltiness on you. Like always, like stuff like that always happens. Or B, number 2, they're gonna go steal your idea and go do it for themselves. Like stuff like that happens. You've seen the documentary. Like for an example, you've seen a documentary with the founder of McDonald's. What happened? The man literally took all his stuff right from underneath it, all the business and stuff right from underneath him. And he's making millions now, and the other 2 just lived a life of being miserable because some other person stole their idea from them right from underneath them. Like stuff like that happens, and I always will try to tell people like, just keep your mouth shut. Stop talking so much. Like you don't got to tell people every single thing that you are doing. Like work in silence, move in silence. But at the end of the day, yeah, you can have conversations with people. Yeah, you can bring up the fact like, hey, well, I'm starting new things. But you don't got to tell them like what exactly it is. You can just be like, hey, I'm starting up new things. And hopefully, it goes the way I need to go. If they ask you what it is, it's up to you. It's up to you. If you will want to tell them what's going on in your life or tell them what you're doing, it's all up to you. Do it. If you know for a fact that you got your dreams secure and all this stuff hands down, like nobody can't tell you what to do, nobody can change your direction, nobody can change your thinking, then tell them because you have enough willpower to make sure that no one's going to take it from you at all, not even one bit. So work in silence, move in silence, and everything will go the way it is and it's going to go. The more and more you tell people, the more you start branching off and talking too much, like you're going to lose course. You might even lose the friction of energy that you had putting into that. It might go away because you're actually speaking about it and you're telling people about it. Like you're not supposed to tell people your ideas and what you're thinking about in your mind all the time. Sometimes it's best to just keep your mouth closed. It's just as simple as that. Like most people don't like to keep their mouth closed, and like it sucks to say it, but I mean stuff like that happens, and a lot of people need to start understanding it's best for you to work in silence. Like do it in silenceness. Like just be quiet about it. Like if there's something that you need help with, obviously yes, ask somebody for help. But if it's something that's like makes you, it's all about happiness at the end of the day. Like we all just want to have fun and live our life with pure happiness. But just nobody wants to live in a miserable lifestyle because you told someone else your goals. Like I am 100% believe in, like if you're doing something and you just tell that person that what you're doing, I just feel like the energy of that, the whole entire level of your stuff just goes down because it's like you gave the momentum and that high energy to this person who just don't care. So I just feel like all that stuff just goes down the drain. So keeping it inside and just letting it just build up and build up and build up, eventually it's all going to pay off at the end of the day. Like there's always an end to things. Like most people will quit what they're doing because they don't see that light at the end of the tunnel. But there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. It might be shady or it might be pitch black, but as long as you just keep going and telling yourself that this is what I want to do in my life, and telling yourself I gotta move accordingly to live this lifestyle. Like if I want to be a millionaire, maybe even one day, hopefully in my life, a billionaire, not even, maybe just a six-figure earner, there's certain ways that you have to move. Like to be a millionaire and to be a six-figure earner to be in that bracket, most of them guys are moving in silence. Most of them guys aren't telling nobody anything. They're just grinding hard and going hard as they can and not telling nobody nothing because they don't. What does anybody else need to be in my business for? This is for me and only me. You're only going to see. Now, there's a saying that I used to say. Now, there's people that you talk business with, and there's people that you just be friends with, and there's people that's just like in the middle. Everybody has their own categories. You got to figure out like who's in each category. Like your friends, or it could be family, or it could be nobody. Whatever floats with you, you know what I mean? So in order to like step your game up, you have to live that same exact lifestyle as whoever you look to, or is the lifestyle that you want to live in. And like it sucks to say it because a lot of people like to talk and a lot of people like to brag about stuff that they're doing in their life, which is understandable. We're all humans, but you got to start learning like I can only say so much and be quiet about so much because that's just how stuff works, and you don't want to lose anything. Like if it's for you, make it for you. You know what I mean? So I just felt like the saying "work in silence" is the perfect example for where things are headed right now, because a lot of people right now are booming right now. Like a lot of people on social media are booming right now. A lot of stuff is happening. So I just feel like the more and more people work in silence and understand like I'm more important than trying to tell somebody that don't give a fuck about me, tell them about my lifestyle and tell them about everything that's going on with me, I just feel like it isn't needed. None of that stuff is needed. It's important. You're important. So take care of that and keep it like that. Because at the end of the day, none of these people out here that you hang out with, it might be your friends, or it might even be your friends, bro. Like I was saying before, like it takes a lot for a person to like care about somebody, and at the end of the day, it's like ask yourself or ask your friends, like, or anything like that, or just what's the saying? Look at your friends in a different way. Like, does your friends truly care about you and your dreams and your goals? If they did, then they'll look out for you. They'll let you know, like, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. But at the end of the day, you can have people doing that and telling you what to do and telling you to keep your mouth shut and all this extra stuff. But it's really up to you at the end of the day to just get it done. Like, just get the work done. You know what work that has to be put in, get it done. You know the work that has to be put in, just get the work done. It's all up to you. That's it. Simple as that. The whole motto that we're shooting for the rest of the year is work in silence and move in silence. For anybody, like anybody. I don't care if you're a 13-year-old kid trying to get a bag for yourself. Like, work in silence. Stop telling people all your business and keep your mouth stuck. I'm going to say stuck, but shut. But keep your mouth shut. And that's it. Like, that's it. And just go hard as you can in the best way. But make sure at the end of the day you're having fun and living your life to the fullest. But having fun is key. It's very, very key. Now, that was the first topic that I was telling you about in the beginning of the podcast. So, for the people out there, for the sensitive people out there, if that touched you some way, or if the shoe feel like, if the shoe fit in a certain way, doesn't matter what size shoe it is, then that means that, like, you need to implement that in your life. If there's certain topics that you listen to for other people's podcasts, maybe my podcast or anything like that, like, and it touches you, then that knows for a fact that, like, you need to go do something about it and handle the business, like, handle the work, like. And I want to give a big shout out to Miss Leslie, because like, this has nothing to do with, like, keeping your mouth shut and stuff like that, but I feel like it's something that needed to be said. But, like, I have a big issue with time. Like, I'm always looking at time, and I'm always wondering, like, dang, I need to do this, or dang, I need to do that. But it's like, stop paying attention to time, because at the end of the day, as long as you're doing the stuff that you know that you're need to go do, then time itself would just be invisible, and you wouldn't even worry about it. Next thing you know, you gotten 10 things done within the next, like, hour, but instead you've been procrastinating and waiting for time to fit your schedule. But time doesn't fit nobody's schedule. It only fits the time that needs to be fit and Mother Nature. So as long as you are just, like, if there's something that you know you need to go do chores, or go do something, or wake up earlier, like, do it. Don't even worry about time. Like, I'm always looking at time and worrying about time. Like, the more and more you look at time, what happens? It just goes by slower, so it doesn't help anybody or help anything what's going on. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, for the second, I'm just going to go ahead and hop into the second topic for today's episode. That was the first topic, man, and it's for the sensitive people out there, because I know there's people out there that are sensitive. So, for the second topic that I have is Tesla bots. Yes, we're talking about Elon Musk and his Tesla bots. A couple days ago, I think it was like 2-3 days ago, I'm not quite sure. But for everybody out there, you already know, you probably seen it trending on Twitter, you probably seen it trending every single where. But Mr. Elon Musk himself is coming out with a Tesla bot. Like, we're talking about, like, yes, an AI, like a whole bot. Like we all know who Elon Musk is, but I truly don't know when this thing is going to end up dropping. But I know for a fact that he's going to end up dropping something to do with this robot. Like, and I'm pretty sure the robot is going to be way more smarter than what we think it is, because we all know that Elon Musk is the next Iron Man. Like, he's the next Iron Man. I can see him dressed up in an Iron Man suit in the sky, fighting off villains or anything like that. I can see it. He's there. As you may know, in 2019, Elon Musk dropped the Cybertruck. I'm not too sure who owns the Cybertruck, but he dropped the Cybertruck. And now the man's talking about dropping a goddamn Tesla bot, aka an AI robot. Now, from the facts that I was looking up, the robot itself is pretty unique. Like, there's so much stuff that goes into this robot that I think makes it different from any other AIs that have tried to been created before. Why is because like the thing has 8 cameras on it, 8 cameras all in its head, like 8 cameras. The screen itself can be controlled with himself by his eyes and stuff like that. He walks like a regular human. There's no like, like jittering to it. I don't like that. Like he's literally fluently like walking like a human being. Also, what's even more unique about it is the fact is a human being can control this AI, like the movement, like you doing the wave, all this stuff. Like the robot itself, like has a full white jacket on himself. Like it's just a regular, like what a normal metal jacket with a black facing. But they're saying that the white part of the robot is very fluently moving. Like it can move fluently. There's no like jitters to it or nothing like that. And I think that's pretty like amazing because that just goes to show you like how far technology has became, and like it has like voice recognition and it has like Wi-Fi. It has like all this stuff to it. That's so crazy. Like I don't understand like what's gonna happen with it. But Elon Musk is talking about dropping a Tesla bot, like, and it just. I mean, what would we use bots for? Obviously, what would we use bots for? We use them for more anything, if anything, more for labor because nobody wants to go do labor work. Nobody wants to go do work for hours and stuff like that. Like, so AIs will more than likely replace labor work people. Now, as you may know, if you ever go to Walmart, if anybody shops at Walmart, but when you go to Walmart now. Well, it's like that in Austin. I'm not too sure where it is in your location, but out here in Austin, whenever you go to Walmart or anything like that, then they only accept you to have cash at the you have to have a card at the self what is the thing called at the self the self scan, like where you pay for yourself, like you can only use card there. All the other cash registers are like pretty much gone. Like there's no more workers, so which means AIs will be taking over. And as you may know, the cash value itself is pretty much gone anyway. Like there isn't any more. Like the value of money is pretty much useless. We all know that paper money is useless. So I just feel like within the next. I keep looking over there because Clover is messing with my door. But anyway, I just feel like things will eventually start getting crazy. Elon Musk will end up having over 1,000 or more AIs running around this thing. And this is something that everybody should like keep an eye on because it's been trending and everybody should keep an eye on it. But yeah, man, the Tesla bots are pretty crazy and I'm excited to see what's going to happen with it. But at the same time, it's kind of like, is Elon Musk helping us or Elon Musk putting us in danger? So it's kind of like a two-way street, and I'm not too sure on how it's going to go with everything. So I'm pretty excited to see how all this stuff is going to go. That's pretty much it on what I have to talk about the Tesla robot. I'm going to keep my eye on it and keep doing my research and just keeping the lead on where everything's going. But as you may know, Elon Musk is talking about dropping a Tesla bot, and I'm pretty nervous about it, and I'm not too sure how it's going to go, and I'm pretty nervous because Elon Musk is a very smart man, as you may know. The man's been going to space and stuff like that, so I just feel like things are going to get very, very, very crazy because I couldn't even imagine, like, AIs walking around and out here like that, like, and then at that, they're Teslas. Like, Tesla makes electric cars, like, and they're saying that the AI is going to be fully, like, electrical, like that has a computer chips in it. It has a Tesla computer chips in it, and all this stuff. Like it's gonna be a real deal, no lie. Like AI, maybe to an extent. Like it has two axles on both legs, so which means on both ankles. So which means that thing can walk normal. Like has the arch in the foot and everything. So like, and then at that. The AI weighs 127 pounds. That's what it says the weight is. But also the AI is able to pick up 157 pounds. That's an average person's weight right there. Like I'm getting picked up by a. I don't weigh 157, but I'm pretty sure they can pick up more than 157 pounds. Like that's heavy. And then at that, the AI is 4 miles per hour. Maybe even they gonna probably bump it, but 4 miles per hour is actually pretty fast. That's nice little speed walking speed right there to catch somebody, you know. But I mean, I'm really hoping for the best, and I hope Elon Musk isn't trying to put us in danger or put us in a situation that's gonna harm anybody in America. But like, yeah, we already knew AIs are gonna come into the picture. Now they're even gonna be here, maybe even next year, from what he's saying. So I don't know, man. If you haven't heard about the Tesla bot stuff, man, go look it up on GoGoDuck. I only use GoGoDuck for my search engine. I wish they would sponsor me. I also wish Chipotle would sponsor me too. But it is what it is, man. That's pretty much all I have for today's episode. Was just two topics, man. I got into depth with the first one for the sensitive people out there. Maybe if you're not sensitive and you need some leeway, man, always remember to work in silence and achieve your goals and ambitions like that. For the second topic, I talked about the Tesla bot, and I got into little details about it and how I feel about it, and the little details that I do know about what's been dropped so far from what Elon Musk has told us. Because also one more thing, when Elon Musk had his event thing to talk about the robot actually was dancing. Yeah, go check it. I don't know if there's video of it, but go check it out, man. Elon Musk's robot was literally dancing on stage, and the robot liked it. Like, it's kind of scary, don't you think? Like, the robot out here dancing. Like, I'm talking about like dancing, like dancing. The robot was liking it. So I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know where this is gonna lead to. Hopefully, if he does drop it by next year, we get to see what happens. But I'm not honestly too sure what's gonna happen. But that's all I have for you guys for episode 35. I appreciate everybody for tuning in on Facebook and on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe and share on YouTube for your boy. We are growing really, really fast, man, and I really, really greatly appreciate it. And there's going to be more... There's going to be more stuff coming into the episode, such as the view that you're seeing is going to be way better coming into the next couple episodes later down the road. But I appreciate every single body that's been tuned in. This is your boy Onte, the host of Alpha Talk Podcast. You just watched episode 35. Thank you so much. If you would like to watch more of my episodes, you can on YouTube. I also have Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. You can look me up on any of those listening platforms. I'm always on there. Just type in Alpha Talk and your boy is on there. I do an episode every single Saturday unless something crazy happens in my life. Every Saturday at 7 o'clock. The only reason why it's been early now due to the fact of how my work schedule is. But yes, every single Saturday, every week, tune in and catch your boy on Alpha Talk Podcast. Thank you so much for everybody. Tune in. I love you guys. Thanks for the support. And peace. I'll catch you guys in episode 36. I'm out.